Hello, fellow aficionados, assemble your life action by action and be satisfied if each one achieves its goal. No one can keep that from happening. Action by action. Marcus Aurelius. We build our life action by action, brick by brick. One of the most significant intentions of the Stoics was to live well, to be a good human being, to always look for ways to improve, and to spend time on meaningful pursuits. And one of the ways they were able to do this was through habits and practices repeated each day. Here's how you can adopt the habits of the Stoics to live a good life. 1. Wake up early. The day has already begun to lessen. It has shrunk considerably, but yet will still allow a goodly space of time if one rises with the day itself. We are more industrious, and we are better men if we anticipate the day and welcome the dawn. Seneca. Waking up early is the first step in living a good life. The morning is the perfect opportunity for stillness, for time with yourself, with your thoughts to reflect and to plan. The morning sets the trajectory for your entire day, and therefore we must spend it well. Waking up early confirms our identity as the person we want to be. Someone who wakes up and works hard on meaningful pursuits. Lazing in bed does not reinforce this identity and will not help us become better human beings. At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. What do I have to complain about if I'm going to do what I was born for, the things I was brought into the world to do? Or is this what I was created for? To huddle under the blankets and stay warm? Marcus Aurelius. 2. Practice gratitude. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. Marcus Aurelius. Tomorrow is never guaranteed. We must live accordingly. Each day we wake up is an extra day, and we must never take this for granted. Be grateful for every minute you get to live on this earth. You get to love and be loved. You get to read beautiful books and taste unique foods. It's a privilege to be alive today. Be grateful. If we view each day as a bonus day, to live, to love, to do the things we love, we can't help but experience gratitude. Considering each day in this way will ensure that you live your day well. 3. Meditate. People look for retreats for themselves in the country, by the coast, or in the hills. There is nowhere that a person can find a more peaceful and trouble-free retreat than in his mind. So, constantly give yourself this retreat and renew yourself. Marcus Aurelius. One of the most important skills one can cultivate today is the ability to be aware of one's mind and to make peace with it, no matter what one finds. Meditation provides stillness. It's time alone with your breath and your body. It's time to get to know yourself, to be aware of what is going on inside of you, both mentally and physically. So many of us spend our entire day running from some thoughts and chasing after others. This is no way to live. Being able to be aware of your thoughts and accept them as they are is crucial for living a good life. Why long for an escape to the countryside when we can find retreat in our heads at any moment? Cultivate a mind you enjoy being in, not one you're constantly avoiding. We don't all have to meditate in the same way, and a lot of us probably don't even need to sit down for a formal meditation practice. However, having some practice in your day where you can be still, introspective, and build this essential skill is something that would be valuable to every single person. 4. Walk. We should take wandering outdoor walks so that the mind might be nourished and refreshed by the open air and deep breathing. Seneca, humans have walked since the beginning of our existence. Walking is essential for the body, for the mind, and indeed for our souls as well. In every walk with nature, one receives far more than he seeks. John Muir. Similarly, some of the greatest writers of all time attribute their success to walking. Only thoughts won by walking are valuable. Friedrich Nietzsche. If I couldn't walk fast and far, I should just explode and perish. Charles Dickens. I would walk along the quays when I had finished work or when I was trying to think something out. It was easier to think if I was walking and doing something or seeing people doing something that they understood. Ernest Hemingway. Walking is a great tool. There is a Latin phrase, solvitur ambulando. It is solved by walking. Walking is also a great way to practice mindfulness and to be present and intentional. Walking can help us process thoughts and emotions and better tune into our consciousness. And of course, exercise is crucial if we want to live a good life. We must take care of our bodies so our bodies can, in return, care for us. Birds that are being prepared for the banquet, that they may be quickly fattened through lack of exercise, are kept in darkness. Similarly, if men vegetate without physical activity, their idle bodies are overwhelmed with flesh, and in their self-satisfied retirement, the fat of indolence grows upon them. But this, to my thinking, would be among the least of their evils. How much more darkness there is in their souls. Such a man is internally dazed. Seneca. 5. Engage in self-reflection. Let us prepare our minds as if we'd come to the very end of life. Let us postpone nothing. Let us balance life's books each day. The one who puts the finishing touches on their life each day is never short of time. Seneca. The Stoics were constantly reflecting on their actions and their thoughts on whether or not they were living a virtuous life. They reflected in the morning and they glanced at night. In self-reflection, we can ensure that we live our days well and that we are continually making progress. I believe that with reflection, we can achieve anything. You try something, see if it works, adjust, and try again. Continue until you succeed. Seneca advised us to balance our life's books each day. Keep track of the most critical metrics of your life. How much weight you're squatting, how many dates you went on with your partner each month, how many times you called your mom, how many days in a row you meditated. We must always be reflecting on our lives and measuring these crucial metrics. This allows us to become mindful of where our time and energy are going and where there is room for improvement. This practice will ensure you live in alignment with your values and make time for the things that matter most to you. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Seneca. Use your time wisely. Act with wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. Treat others kindly. Live well. Then reflect on what went well, what you could do differently tomorrow, and where you could be more loving, more patient, more valuable. You can reflect on whether you have lived in alignment with your values and whether you fulfilled your purpose. Allow not sleep to close your wearied eyes until you have reckoned up each daytime deed. Where did I go wrong? What did I do? And what duties left undone? From first to last, review your acts and then reprove yourself for wretched acts, but rejoice in those done well. Epictetus. 6. Cultivate stillness. Anyone with a feeling for nature, a more profound sensitivity, will find it all gives pleasure, even what seems inadvertent. He'll find the jaws of live animals as beautiful as painted ones or sculptures. He'll look calmly at the distinct beauty of old age in men and women and the loveliness of children. And other things like that will call out to him constantly. Things unnoticed by others. Things are seen only by those at home with nature and its works. Marcus Aurelius. Stillness is crucial to a good life. Stillness is where we find meaning, where we reflect, where we iterate, where we sit with our minds. Stillness is a powerful tool for self-growth. We must cultivate stillness in our daily lives through meditation, walking, swimming, exercising, or any other practice that provides stillness. Stillness is how we become aware, how we see things unnoticed by others. Finding moments of stillness throughout your day will allow you to appreciate the little things better and to notice the beauty around you. It will keep your mind sharp and calm. It will help you to live a good life. 7. Welcome adversity and obstacles on your way. Seneca brilliantly reminds us that encountering challenges is the only way to measure ourselves up, to see what you're truly made of and what you can achieve. I judge you as unfortunate because you have never lived through misfortune. You have passed through life without an opponent. No one can ever know what you are capable of, not even you. Rather than shying away from challenge and discomfort, start viewing those two as friends who'll help you grow. Getting out of your comfort zone is the one sure way to grow into the best version of yourself. Epictetus concurs. Difficulties show a person's character. Therefore, when a difficulty falls upon you, remember that God, like a trainer of wrestlers, has matched you with a rough young man. Why? So that you may become an Olympic conqueror. But it is not accomplished without sweat. So don't be afraid of the sweat. Embrace it. It's what will get you closer to your goal, even if you're not aiming for Olympic gold. 8. Continue to learn. Reading, I hold, is indispensable, primarily to keep me from being satisfied with myself alone, and besides, after I have learned what others have found out by their studies, to enable me to pass judgment on their discoveries and reflect upon discoveries that remain to be made. Reading nourishes the mind and refreshes it when it is wearied with study. Nevertheless, this refreshment is not obtained without study. Seneca. We must always be learning. How will we lead a good life if we stop learning? If we're not learning, we're not growing. And if we're not growing, we're not becoming better human beings. Learning is how we improve at anything. Our careers, being a better wife or husband or parent, becoming stronger and leaner. Without learning, we become stagnant. Ryan Holiday says, the art of taking feedback is such a crucial skill in life, particularly harsh and critical feedback. We not only need to take this problematic feedback, but actively solicit it. Labor to seek out the negative precisely when our friends and family and brain are telling us that we're doing great. Ask your significant other how you're doing as a partner. Ask your mom how you are as a son or daughter. Ask your friends, your teammates, and your colleagues how you're doing, and if there are ways you could be better. Ask your boss or your coach about the things you need to improve on. Always seek to be better. Always ask how you are doing and what you could do better, especially when you think you're doing well. Progress is not achieved by luck or accident, but by working on yourself daily. Epictetus. Becoming a better human being is in our complete control. By simply engaging in a few practices every single day, we can continue to grow and improve and live a good life. The Stoics centered their lives around being good people and living good lives. Lives dictated by virtues and living life to the fullest. Stoicism can provide a blueprint for us to help us to lead good and happy lives. The Stoics had practices in which they engaged daily, from their waking moments until going to sleep, that provided the structure necessary for a day lived well. We can use these practices thousands of years later to help us live well in a busy, distracted, and stressed society. Following these practices daily will help us to develop and grow, to be better than we were yesterday, and to never cease to improve. See you in our next video. Stay profound, stay principled, stay stoic.